Hey, what's going on, everyone? Vega here for Serpent X Tech, and this is unfortunate, but we're going to do caffeine and crypto recording rather than over the internet, because it seems that even before Nicole and after Nicole, Comcast still can't get their stuff together. So the market and everything this week has been absolute crap. You know, the Nicole storm made the Jazz miners start acting up. It caused the Chia node or farmer to start acting up, and I'm having to rebuild everything. My internet's been off and on throughout the week, before Nicole, after Nicole, and through the past live streams. You guys have seen it firsthand, and Comcast has yet to resolve the issue despite taking hundreds of dollars from me. But that's just the way corporations work. Either way, right now we got a little bit of green, a little bit red, and it's down. It's down drastically. The Bitcoin crypto ecosystem has been dramatically hit, and you know, there could be more pain to be felt. I expect more pain to be felt in the markets, but we'll just have to wait and see how things pan out. Oddly enough, even though this, you know, the quick drawdown, thanks to a debacle created by, you know, people with money in higher positions, profits as far as mining have been relatively the same. I'm still negative $4, $5, $6 a day, mining, you know, a variety of cryptocurrencies, which didn't see too much of a change. But the biggest news that's been around for everyone has been the Sam Bankman-Fried or FTX debacle, or bankruptcy, right? So we got FTX CEO stepping down and filing for bankruptcy. You know, what's really hard about all this is, you know, throughout the week we saw this kind of interfighting between CZ and SBF, and that kind of led to more drama being played out. And then eventually, you know, because Binance pulled their funds or liquidated their assets, that, you know, FTT tokens, what have you, obviously that put FTX in quite a compromising position. Then turned around and CZ was planning to buy FTX, only to say that it's not a feasible business decision. I understand that, right? When the ship is sinking, why would you buy this ship? But now that they filed for bankruptcy, a lot of people are concerned. All the while, SBF is talking about, you know, FTX US is fine, it's fine, it's fine. Everything else is fine. Quickly deleting those tweets shortly after. Because it's not fine. FTX International is going down, filed for bankruptcy, and obviously a number of its conglomerates or subsidiaries or affiliates or whatever, it's feeling the impacts. You know, I had some funds on BlockFi. I've been advising users not to keep their funds on exchange. It's nothing that I'm willing to lose. Like, it's literally like $26, 26 or I think like $30 on BlockFi that I requested to withdraw. And once I saw the withdrawal, like the time in which I put the withdrawal request in and the time that I would receive the funds, the actual date, was very disconcerting. I knew this was coming, and here we are. BlockFi has now also halted, paused, so to speak, until further activity to see what's going on with FTX. But not everybody's taking it sitting down. It looks like some hackers were able to mysteriously steal 600 million. Now, 9 times out of 10 when we see something like this, and this is pure speculation, everything I say on this channel is just my opinion, not financial fact, but every time we see a hack like this, it's usually a hacker stealing for one of the people to protect their wealth, right? Like, say I'm a rich person and I had all my funds tied up in this venture, you know, they get hacked. Or maybe I do the hacking and then I'm like, oh no, we get hacked. And meanwhile, it's on an offshore account under, you know, my cousin's name, to which I could still have access to the funds. Or maybe it's an actor that's actually hacking to try to get money back to the individual, the retail investors. Who's to say? But this entire shit show has been going on for weeks. And as a number of people in the space, like Crypto Wendy O has been saying, is, you know, miners haven't capitulated yet. When they say miners, they're not really talking about you and I, the individual miner. They're talking about, you know, the big mining operations, you know, because if they have to liquidate their crypto in order to cover their, you know, their overhead, their costs and stuff like that, that's going to bring the market down even further. You know, but Bitcoin hit 15,000. I saw 15.5 on some exchanges. Over the past week, Bitcoin price has now fallen below the average electric cost to mine the world's premier cryptocurrency. These depressed prices are creating acute pain for Bitcoin miners who now face the difficult choice of either shutting down operations or dumping their Bitcoin holdings just to keep the lights on. The fear continues to grow that a broad-based miner capitulation will send Bitcoin into a tailspin, forcing the cryptocurrency toward 13K, some even suggesting 10K. And that is certainly possible. If it does hit those levels, I expect a lot of people to be buying the dip. But right now, a lot of people are fearful. And that's rightfully so. We don't know what the next domino is to fall. We see all the various, and we're going to go over that. We see all the various threads that SBF has woven. But, you know, it's just a number of other concerns. And people are kind of sitting on the sidelines waiting for this to pan out and see which way they go before they go, you know, all in on something or a particular cryptocurrency. But nothing is safe right now. Even though we saw the traditional markets have a nice little uptick off of the CPI report and stuff like that, cryptocurrency crash and gold sell-off show that there is no safe place for investors to hide. There isn't right now. This entire economic situation we're in is crap. And there really is no safe haven out there for people to really invest into or get into. But as I put in the thumbnail for the live stream and thumbnail possibly for this video, this is the great crypto cleansing. We needed this. I didn't want it to be this bad, but we still needed it, right? So because of the FTX debacle, because of what Sam Bankman-Fried has allowed his company to do, and you've heard stories and you heard the allegations and speculation and you heard all that. I'll leave that to the other content creators. I just want to talk about a few points here. It was a bad move. It was a greedy move. You know, if it's not a run on a bank situation because it's supposed to be an exchange, but it basically is a run on the bank. Everybody withdrawing their funds from BlockFi, even Crypto.com. I moved my position, my crypto off of that. Usually any crypto that I have on these exchanges, it's only a minute amount. It's only a little bit amount that, you know, maybe I made a trade. I'm going to be constantly trading. I don't leave it on there long term. Everything I do is in cold storage, full node wallet, hardware wallet, somewhere offline that I own the private keys to. You never want to leave your crypto on an exchange, period. But because of what's going on with everything, we're going to hear more and more stories like this, which is the heat ending the arena deal with the FTX company after the cryptocurrency company's collapse. And that's obviously so. The reports about FTX and its affiliates are extremely disappointing. Miami-Dade County and Miami Heat are immediately taking action to terminate our business with relation to FTX, and we'll be working together to find a few naming right partners for the arena. So I'm interested to see how that pans out as we move forward into the later part of this year, because normally around this time of year too, we also have the holidays where a lot of people like to liquidate their assets, crypto and traditional stocks, to pay for costs, holiday, travel expenses, crypto, Christmas presents, stuff like that. So there's a couple days where there's really good trading, and there's a couple days where we know the market's going to go down, and we're going to head into that season with the market already down. So could we see 10K? It is certainly possible, and with all the fear and capitulation that's happening, I do suspect that might happen. So I advise everybody, and this is my personal advice to my mother and my sister, to just sit back, sit on the sidelines, relax, keep an eye on the markets. If you see it drop, you know, 15, below 15, 13, maybe buy $10 here, $20 there. If you have the money, obviously pay your bills, take care of your family, do what you need to first. But if it continues to dip down, I'm just going to dollar cost average in. I do think the bottom is coming, but not in, if that makes any sense. Anyways, moving on to the rest of the news topics here. Here's what FTX and Alameda now hold on public Ethereum wallets. They give us a picture here where we can see what they actually hold now. It looks like over 100 million in FTT tokens, which has diminished drastically. Like, I mean, $24, $22, straight down to $2. I think it's still around $2 right now. Don't quote me on the price. It could change. They got a lot of Tether, about 70 million of that. They got Pax, about 60 million of that. A lot of stable coins here, 50 million of DAI. Now, ETH and STETH, what I'm interested about STETH or staked ETH is if you have 40 million of that and you can't touch it because you can't unstake it, what would you do with it? Now, there are companies that offer, like Coinbase, for example, you can use your staked ETH and kind of convert it to wrapped staked ETH and then withdraw your funds that way. But I'm interested to see how they pan it out. How they're going to allocate or how they're going to liquidate these resources in order to pay this bankruptcy or to resolve this bankruptcy. And we also get to see more and more as every day unfolds. Thank you to Django for helping me get this. I know this was listed on a number of sources and I just couldn't grab it in time. I was busy working, which matter of fact, I am still working right now and need to get my internet up and running. So we get to see as things unfold, the web that SBF, Alameda, and international and US have worked with, right? We got BlockFi, Ledger Prime, a number of actually big companies or venture capitalists in this overall web. What are the potential impacts that this could have? Well, it could have a huge impact on the overall ecosystem, but we just need to flush this crap down the toilet, guys. We need to flush this crap down the toilet. Market makers and exchange need to do better with the investors' money, not leverage, not make plays, risky plays, and just be better. But here's your web. We got more here, and it's just unfortunate. It's unfortunate that it has come to this situation. We had Celsius, Three Arrows Capital, now FTX. One of the biggest exchanges in the US was FTX. And now, if CZ would have bought Binance, that would have made them the biggest exchange worldwide. If Binance and FTX had grown, that would have been a monopoly. I'm not sure how the government or regulators would have liked that. But this is definitely going to bring, with this collapse, with this shit show, is definitely going to bring regulation upon us. That's why I keep advocating for being active with your political figures, regulators, the local business officials. Stay with that group. Try to stay in the conversation, making sure that they're properly educated so that way we're not creating regulation that's going to stifle or hurt the industry, but instead trying to grow and improve it. Because we definitely need an improvement. There definitely needs to be some sort of regulation, just sensible regulation, not stupid regulation. Anyways, is crypto's Lehman moment? Is this crypto's Lehman's moment? So Lehman Brothers, the financial collapse in 2008, which really spurred on Satoshi Nakamoto to create Bitcoin, right? To bank the unbanked, to give the money back to the hands of the people, has now become, Bitcoin's in the hands of the powerful, the rich, the famous. It's not so much the average end user. Now, the average end user can still use it and validate transactions and send money across borders without paying exorbitant fees. There's still a lot of benefits to it. But now that the suits, what I would call the suits, have gotten involved, they're really fucking this shit up. And what's funny is SBF wasn't a suit. He wasn't a suit. He was an articulate, and actually still is an intelligent individual who made stupid moves. But why didn't Gary Gensler, when he was meeting with SBF, talk to him, coach him, made sure, hey, on your balance sheet you need to have a 1-to-1 in case you have all your funds, all your retail and all your major investors pull their funds. You need to have a 1-to-1 of what your holdings are, what you're betting on, what you're leveraging. And unfortunately, there's more to the story that a lot of the content creators have covered. You can go get more details from them. It's just a very disappointing thing, but we just need to get this shit out. We need to clean it up. We need to, just put it out. Scaramucci, the mooch, talks to FTX, SBF, worst week in crypto history. I think the mooch is trying to do something. I know he has Skybridge Capital. I'm not entirely sure. I don't really care, but FTX did take a 30% stake in Mooch's Sky Capital in September. So we'll see how the dominoes continue to fall as we move forward, as more and more news comes to light. With all this so-called, and I hate this word because it's being used so much now, this so-called transparency from CZ, SBF, so on and so forth. it kind of shows us where their holdings were, what's going on, and what they were invested in, what they already invested in, what they were working on acquiring, stuff like that, and their actual crypto holdings. And what's interesting is, for example, what Crypto.com has a bunch of Shiba Inu, so we'll see how that pans out. But it doesn't matter who you are. If you were exposed to crypto, this is unfortunately affecting you. I am sorry. I hope that you didn't put your life savings in these things, believing in the company. I mean, the FTX employees would get shares of FTX and were encouraged to buy all in because they believed in SBF. They believed in FTX. And now here they are, SOL. The teachers union who invested in venture capital, who put it in FTX, like 20 million gone. Like, I feel so sad. I'm sorry, guys. Just keep your funds under your control, not your keys, not your coins. Keep your wallet safe. For Coinbase, FTX bankruptcy has its pluses and minuses. Obviously, that could be new users that Coinbase can take on. Is Coinbase affected by this? They said they have no immaterial, impact, so to speak, from the FTX bullshit. But we'll have to wait and see. I'm just keeping... I even took a lot of my funds off of Coinbase because I used that for my algo trading bot, 3 Commas, which, believe it or not, is also on the fucking list, man. It's like, what hasn't this guy touched? Look, 3 Commas. So 3 Commas is an algo trading bot that I use to initiate small trades, right? You know, $1 here, $2 here, $5 there, $10 there. Just small trades. I automate that through Coinbase or Binance US. And unfortunately, 3 Commas is on the list as far as startups that Alameda Research led investments into. So I don't think 3 Commas is like going to fail or anything. It's just there's significant investment from one of the failing companies into it. So we'll see how that pans out. More data, more information given to you by other content creators. Go check them out. This is just a summary video that I was trying to do for Caffeine and Crypto, but couldn't because my internet sucks. And I do apologize for that. I don't want you to think that I'm unprofessional, I'm unqualified, I'm on anything. I'm just an average individual who's in the tech space, works a full-time job, family man, father, husband, and tries to do right by the end user, or you, the individual that helps support the channel. And I greatly appreciate you. But we'll see how things pan out. You know, it is very, it's a lot. It's a lot to take in. It's a lot to keep up with. You know, a lot of liquidations happened. Speaking of which, Ethereum traders take a neutral position after Ethereum futures contracts see massive liquidation. On November 7th and 9th, Ethereum's price shed 33%. After an impressive 26 million in futures contracts longs, buyers were liquidated. Traders using leverage were surprised as the price swing caused the largest impact since August 18th at derivative exchanges. Of course, those liquidations, again, cleaning out the market. We also have Ethereum turns deflationary as the amount of ETH burn spikes amid FTX induce market volatility. Obviously, with all that market, market action happening, we saw an increase in fees. A lot of people moving their funds to obviously the liquidation, but the liquidation brings some positive things because now we have less ETH. On a 30-day time frame, the network has burned ETH at an annual rate of 773,000 tokens against the issuance of 603,000 tokens. In other words, ETH supply is going down by 0.14% per year. Overall, Ethereum network has burned 2.72 million ETH since the fee burning mechanism introduced in August 2021. This amounts to the permanent destruction of nearly 4 ETH every minute. Ethereum transactions spike at their highest level since May 2022 due to the situation with FTX, the trading, all that stuff. In detail, nearly 1 million ETH has left the exchanges in November, according to Glassnode. Many analysts see Ethereum's deflationary prospects as a bullish signal, which should boost its overall scarcity, but the ongoing deflationary rate is a product of current ETH price volatility, which may hurt its recovery prospects in the near term. Furthermore, Ethereum price action has also entered the breakdown stage of its prevailing symmetric triangle pattern, which may push the price further down by another 50%, which is unfortunate, right? You know, if we have Ethereum price go down another 50% on top of where it is, let's see where that would put us. That would be a pretty penny. That would be a pretty penny. So 50% will put us around the $600 range. And I think some people were calling for 700, 750, something like that. Symmetric triangles, and they have some concerns because it's breaking down the stage of a symmetrical triangle pattern, blah, blah, blah. So these patterns, meaning they typically resolve after the price breaks out their range while pursuing the direction of its previous trend. As a rule of technical analysis, the pattern profit target is measured after adding the triangle's height to the breakdown point. Applying the theory to Ether's symmetric triangle places it in a downside target at around $675, which we talked about by December 2022 is where they're expecting it, which again, after the holidays is where we usually see it draw down. So, you know, I would say be careful, get your funds off the exchanges. As a summary of this video, what's interesting to me is after the seizure of another couple billion dollars of cryptocurrency, specifically Bitcoin, due to the Silk Road situation, the U.S. has honestly become the biggest or the biggest holder of Bitcoin in general. So it's very interesting to see how the tides have turned. You know, China banning Bitcoin mining, you know, Bitcoin miners moving over here. We're still waiting to see it, you know, what happens with them if they liquidate their holdings to cover overhead and costs, how far down that's going to push the market. The holidays are upon us, so we might feel some more pain in the near future as this FTX situation continues to unfold, unfortunately. So I would just say my personal advice, not financial advice, is just hold tight. Hold tight, focus on your bills, focus on your full-time job or whatever you're doing. Don't spend your money stupidly, be frugal, and be smart. You know, it's a crazy game. The crypto world is still kind of the Wild West situation going on when we have people like this in positions of power with high amounts of money and influence that can easily change the course of everybody else's situation. And until this market has, you know, trillions in market cap, you know, mentions or messages from Elon Musk or SBF or CZ or whatever will continue to impact the market. We have to grow substantially in order for, you know, a situation like a SBF or CZ or Elon Musk's, you know, message to their followers will be diminished because the market is so large. So we'll see how things pan out in the long run. I'm sorry I couldn't get this stream out to you. I hope this video brought you some insight. If it did, do me a favor, hit the like button. Make sure to get subscribed and hit the notification bell to stay up to date, as well as check out links in the description. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care. Don't forget, we're still having the CryptoTuber giveaway that's happening. A link will be in the description if you want to enter that. There's no purchase necessary, but if you buy a shirt, you get some additional entries and you could win some lucky prizes. I will be giving away an A2000, an RTX A2000, and a EVGA XR1 capture card to one lucky winner, and I hope that will be you. Take care. I'll catch you next one.
Octominer and 9 other YouTubers are going to be giving away 10 prizes to 10 lucky winners. Each YouTuber has their own custom design that has been created and will be available for sale starting on November 1st. There will only be 50 shirts of each design available to buy. Each t-shirt purchase will be worth 50 entries without any limit on the number of shirts you can buy. You don't want to purchase a shirt? No problem, we got you covered. There are free ways to enter just by clicking the Gleam URL link down below in the description. We will also be giving away a portion of the proceeds to the Water Project Incorporated, a 501c3 nonprofit organization unlocking human potential by providing reliable water projects to communities in sub-Saharan Africa who suffer needlessly from a lack of access to clean water and proper sanitation. The Community CryptoTuber 500 giveaway will run from November 1st to November 29th. Those will be the available dates to enter. We will be having a live stream on YouTube to select the winners randomly using Gleam on Wednesday, November 30th. Good luck!